Alt-right is a political term that has traditionally referred to people who hold right-wing views. Since the US presidential elections has, taken on a bit of a different meaning, Caleb Maupin hit the streets of New York.
During the 2016 presidential elections, mainstream Americans learned a new word in their political vocabulary: alt-right. Now, it's not a reference to computer keys. It actually refers to the alternative political right. Now the term is used to refer to, well, Trump supporters. We decided to ask people on the streets of Manhattan what they know about the alt-right.
Who are the alt-right?
Yeah.
Extreme right, conservative, right of Trump.
It's definitely not who mainstream media wants you to believe it is. It's basically a label for a Trump supporter.
When did you first hear about the alt-right?
On CNN. I can't really give you the time, but I heard on CNN.
I first heard about the alt-right in the run-up to the election, probably this year, as the term started getting bandied about with regard to Donald Trump.
I think they're linked to white supremacism, and they're like supporting Donald Trump, and they're like the real crazy people.
Do you support the alt-right?
Oh, give me a break, kid. Of course not. No.
The term refers to white nationalists, traditionalists, paleo-conservatives, and other right-wingers whose views fall outside of standard politics in the Republican Party. But according to Clinton supporters, these aren't just a few kooks hanging out at gun shows and listening to shortwave radios. They were a big part of Trump's campaign.
You know, to just be grossly generalistic, you could put half of Trump supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables. Right? The racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, Islamophobic.
From Nathan Bedford Forrest to George Lincoln Rockwell, inflammatory right-wing extremism is certainly nothing new to American politics. The alt-right movement, and the term alt-right, actually started back in 2008, but was mostly ignored until the summer's campaign, when something gave it a new life.
The paranoid fringe now calls itself alt-right, anti-Muslim, anti-immigrant, anti-women, the emerging racist ideology known as the alt-right. It's a disturbing preview of what kind of president he'd be.
Far right-wing movement known as the alt-right latched onto the Trump campaign.
Steve Bannon, who was the head of Breitbart, is running the Trump campaign now, or is CEO in the Trump campaign. And Breitbart didn't just enable the alt-right, it has empowered the alt-right.
They all are geared towards diversity. So they're all geared towards not hiring white people.
That's not true, though.
They did that applause line, which was a bit naughty.
A bit naughty? I mean, we're talking about, people are Sieg Heiling. We're talking about an ideology that hundreds of thousands of Americans died to extinguish.
Mainstream media, being so outraged and morally opposed to these individuals, they certainly give them a lot of attention. Could it be the publicity given to these ideas that is perhaps a key factor in their growing popularity? Caleb Maupin, RT, New York.